Have you ever bought some switches and you put them on your north-facing keyboard and like, oh my god, I just lubed all of this. Time to put on my cherry profile keycaps on this keyboard. Wait, what is that? Why does it feel different? No. Interference? No! Yo, welcome back to another keyboard review. Today we have the Noir N2 Pro keyboard from Noir Gear. So you're tired of that interference dilemma, where this keyboard is also wireless and it's anti-interference. Comes with these nice cherry profile keycaps. And so let's check this board out if this is a dub or is it just another pre-built keyboard. So thanks to Noir Gear, of course, for sending this out for review. All of my comments are from my point of view and I was not paid to say anything specific to praise this product. So the N2 Pro is a refresh of their N2 line of keyboards. It's a standard TKL size, as you can see. It has a F12 Win key layout, so keycap sizes are standard and no weird keycap sizes like on the Shift. So very easy to get new keycaps for this, although I would argue you don't need to. And if you do want the 65% version, the N1 Pro is also available from Noir Gear, so you can check that out as well. So this keyboard also comes in two different colorways where you can choose. This is the Dolce colorway of keycaps, and there's the white and gray or white and black colored keycap set, so you can go for that one. So what's special about this keyboard is this is a south-facing hot swap Bluetooth and wireless keyboard. It also has cherry profile keycaps, also has sound dampening foam within the keyboard, so plate foam and case foam. And comes with Gateron switches, and on my unit is the Gateron KS9 switches, Gateron yellow KS9s. So let's take a closer look at this keyboard. So this keyboard first and foremost is a hot swap keyboard, so it lets you take out your switches anytime you want, and it's pretty easy to do so. If you hate your Gateron yellows, you can yeet them away, change them up for JWICs and others. It's not limited to Outemu switches too, which is really good. So the best thing is that this is south facing, meaning you won't have to use long pole switches to remove interference when you're using cherry profile keycaps like this keyboard already has. That's a really big problem, it seems, in the keyboard community, and this keyboard tackles it very well. So I think this is a good move, as it really removes a problem that is, really in the interest of the community. The hot swap sockets are the metal type of hot swap sockets found on like other pre-built keyboards. It's not the Gateron or Kale hot swap sockets, but it fits anything. Even on the simpler 60 custom, which I did review, it's using the same hot swap sockets. So taking a look at the body of this keyboard has sort of a matte finish, which is new on the Noir boards. It's a new finish. It's a nice texture. It's not too glossy. It reflects a little bit of light, but I do hate glossy plastic, and I think it's a good matte texture. It's also quite a sturdy keyboard itself, so pretty good. The keyboard itself is also not heavy, quite portable, so that's pretty good. The keyboard has flip-up feet on the bottom for added elevation, and also has the wireless switch on the bottom to turn on your Bluetooth or 2.4 gigahertz. That's optional. The keyboard also has a center-mounted USB-C port, as seen over here, and there is also the Noir logo on the right side. Nothing much going on with the keyboard. It's a pretty simple looking keyboard overall. The keycaps on this board is actually very nice. It is a cherry profile set with clean legends apart from the modifiers, and has a nice feel to them. It's probably the same as ACO keycaps, some polycap sets and others. It's most likely coming from the manufacturer called iFei. Nothing problem with me. Love the keycaps, love its good quality. Really hate the modifier legends, as it's pretty jank, but can't complain too much about it. Also comes with a wireless 2.4 gigahertz dongle. So this keyboard features a steel plate, sound dampening plate foam, and case foam too inside, so that's pretty cool to have on a board. That's why it actually sounds pretty decent, apart from there being some pinginess around the areas where there are screw standoffs, so you can remove that. So here's how it sounds stock wise, and yeah. Sounds pretty decent. The alphas sound quite clean and quite nice. Doesn't sound too plasticky or metal, which I like. This is probably one of the best stock sounding boards I've heard in a while. The foam makes the board's acoustics improve, but we're gonna switch it up later with some modifications on this keyboard. So one thing I realized they do have is they do have some spacebar foam. It is very similar to the things that you find on Leopold, so you can see there's a layer of foam within, so that's pretty cool. So now, the really good thing about this keyboard, it has very, very good stock stabs. It's so good, and it's really, really clean sounding. There's no rattle almost. So I'll give you guys a sound test of these stock stabilizers. So on my Twitch stream, I modified this board a bit. Link down in the description. We removed the standoff screws, so there's like a bunch of standoff screws around the keyboard if you open up the keycaps, and put some pour-on switch pads, under pads from mechanicalkeyboards.co.id. Link is also in the description. Also, we swapped out the switches, so goodbye Gatoron yellows, and we put lubed Ajaz X Huano banana tactile switches, and these are so good. Those are my favorite personal tactile switches, and it doesn't cost much too. I have a link below where you can buy it with a discount code in it too. So I kept the keycaps stock because they are honestly so good, and added a nice little artisan keycap from Keycrafts to match up with the keyboard. So after all that modding, how does this board sound? Here it is. So final thoughts on this board. I think this is one of the better pre-built keyboards in the market currently, with its hot swap feature, wireless connectivity, also the removal of interference on cherry profile keycaps. I think this board stands out. Now this board turns out to be a sandwich mount, so it's, sandwich, not a tray mount. If you remove these standoff screws, you should be fine. So just remove all the screws and it should sound better and feel slightly better too. So that's a pretty good thing. The keyboard itself is built pretty well and up to the standards of today's keyboards. Keyboard itself is also, it has a nice sound profile. I would say it has pretty good dampening materials, although the bottom row is questionable, still quite hollow in that area. I would have liked the bottom case foam actually to use felt as a material, similar to like Leopold keyboards. Leopold keyboards have those felt type case foams. They sound really, really good and clean. Also, so far I have no issues with the 2.4 GHz and Bluetooth 5.0. It has a pretty reasonable amount of battery life. I haven't tested it until I needed to charge, but yeah, so far so good on that end. So another thing that I would probably comment is the RGB lights. As you can see, there are RGB lights. I think this board doesn't need it. It's a pretty simple looking keyboard. You don't have see-through keycaps, and it's south-facing too, so it doesn't look the best. It's not a board designed for the RGB, so I'd rather remove it or turn it off. Simple like that. Another aspect that I would add to this keyboard is there is no place to put in the the 2.4 gigahertz dongle on the back, which is a shame. I would like it to have it like on the OLV75, but it's not a big deal because you can put it in your bag or something. For the price tag, I would say that it is great, you know, for the 1,500,000 rupiah. I think it is quite worth it. And yeah, thank you to the Noir gear, of course, for listening to the community and really following up with it on their keyboards. And thank you for sending this keyboard out for a review. You can check out more reviews and build streams over on my Twitch channel. That's on twitch.tv/YoKeeps every Monday, Thursday, and Friday, 21:30 PM GMT+7. Catch you in the next video.